What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an awesome day. Before we get into everything, I do want to start today's video by first saying thank you and wow. You all have managed to get us over the 200 subscriber mark. And although this is a relatively new and smaller channel, and I know that may not sound like much, but it means a lot to me. So thank you for all your love and support. Today's video wouldn't be possible without it. And by that, I mean Club 952 has received its first channel sponsor, which is freaking awesome. And quickly, before we get into it, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. It would mean a lot as we continue to grow this channel, and I'll greatly appreciate it. Now, the kind people from WindBooster.com reached out to me and asked if I would like to create review videos for their products. And after a bit of research into their company from my end, I figured, why the heck not? Now, WindBooster actually sent me a couple products to review for you, but we're going to be covering one of those specifically today. And that is the WindBooster 4S 9-mode throttle controller. Now, I do want to let you know that although WindBooster did send this out to me for free, I'm under no obligations to provide a positive review. So this will be my own honest opinion of their product. Should you decide to try this product out for yourself, I will have a link and a 50% off discount code down in the description. Now, without further delay, let's get into it. So stick around, settle in, and enjoy. Once you have the throttle controller installed, you may need to rig the connections so they do not sit or hang freely. I used one of my cable management clips to hold the wires in an upright position so they do not fall behind the pedal. Once that's in place, route the interface cable however you see fit. I placed mine under the plastic trim leading to the center console. After that, you're good to go. Start your car up and give it a try. The WindBooster 4S 9-mode throttle controller is a device designed to provide anyone with an electronically throttled gas pedal to basically change the input sensitivity for whenever you press your foot on the gas. Now, most modern vehicles have a slight delay in response whenever you feather or slightly press the pedal to accelerate. Unless you jam your foot into the pedal, the brain of your car will likely not give you the immediate downshift or throttle response you might be trying to achieve. Whether you're performing an overtake on the highway, accelerating up to speed on the on-ramp, or timing your pass through an intersection, this device is designed to give you a customized to your fitting throttle response. The WindBooster 4S provides you with 9 different acceleration modes. These modes include Intelligent Auto, Normal, Economy, Sport, Sport Plus, and Race. But wait, that's only 6. Yeah. The other 3 modes include lock mode, which basically disables the throttle and is advertised as an anti-theft feature. The other being save mode, which basically saves whatever drive mode you currently have selected, so it's active whenever you start the vehicle. And lastly, there are 2 different normal modes, one being auto and the other being manual, which from my testing didn't seem to provide any real difference. The core 6 previously mentioned will be those that you actively use, and that's what we'll be focusing on today. Let's talk about the different modes, starting with normal. Operating in this mode is as if you don't have a throttle controller at all, essentially your car factory setting. Sport and Sport Plus make your throttle inputs much more sensitive, and you can immediately tell a difference when you press the pedal. Think of it like this: most regular daily driving requires just the dead weight of your foot, if not a little more, to give your engine some gas, and to maintain speeds. When you depress the throttle just beyond dead weight foot pressure, your car will accelerate just a bit faster. When you have the controller in Sport or Sport Plus mode, that extra bit of pressure to the pedal will be more like you gave the throttle more of a jab with your foot, rather than just a slight push. And the car will more quickly and readily downshift and accelerate you much quicker than you're used to. It sounds sketchy on paper, but trust me, it's very easy to adjust to, and you can drive normally without really any learning curve. It's just that your throttle inputs become much more responsive. And that brings us to race mode. This is the most sensitive mode you can set to the controller. That extra bit of push on your pedal from cruising pressure will be more like you jam the pedal to the metal. And I've had my controller installed for a few days now, and when testing the race mode setting, albeit fun to play around with, I would not suggest it for daily driving. I mean, unless you're into that kind of stuff. But in my experience, it simply becomes much harder to maintain normal stop and go driving. However, if you're sat at a light and someone tries to test you, this mode will make sure your car knows what time it is. The next setting to talk about is economy mode. This mode also provides drastic change to throttle inputs, but more on the opposite spectrum when compared to race mode. In economy, you can depress the gas pedal halfway, and it'll feel like you're giving it barely any extra gas. In my testing, I found this mode to be most beneficial when cruising at highway speeds. Now, it's still easy to maintain whatever speed you're going, but giving the throttle more gas will not cause your active MPG bar reading to instantly drop, and I could easily see this helping me save gas, maybe on a long trip. But it's not really any fun, and I don't really see myself using it. Side note, you want to be careful when actively changing modes while driving, especially because the mode button on the controller changes to the next mode in a sequential order. And what you don't want to do is be caught trying to give the car extra gas while in economy mode and then switch to the next setting, which is sport mode, because it can easily catch you off guard. At least, that's what I found out right here the first time I tried it out. For context, with that jump in acceleration, I didn't give the car more gas myself, or pushing the pedal anymore, but I had the pedal about halfway down in economy mode, and then switched to sport mode, and the controller immediately read the input change and compensated for my current foot position. So yeah, be careful with that. Lastly, let's quickly talk about the intelligent auto mode. This setting is supposed to read and actively compensate the throttle inputs and change the throttle response based on how heavy your foot is, or more simply put, your driving style. For my testing, it seems like the iAuto mode leans more on the sensitive side. It will more readily give you throttle inputs similar to Sport, Sport Plus, or sometimes even race mode, depending on how hard and how quickly you depress the pedal. It was a bit too inconsistent for my liking, which leads me to say that the Sport and Sport Plus modes were kind of the clear winners for me, and would probably be my regular set it and forget it settings. The next bit of video is me testing the throttle inputs and the different mode settings while parked. One of the cool things about the controller itself is that they have little digital bar readings to actively show you how much the throttle response is being changed. You'll notice a big difference when I go to economy mode, because the revs I do in this mode are really underwhelming, but I'm actually giving it more gas than I did when blipping the throttle in any of the other modes. Also, each mode has individual settings within it, from 0 to 9, and that basically changes the sensitivity even further within your current selected mode. I didn't mess around with this a whole bunch myself, but the mode I found to be the most fun and comfortable so far is Sport mode in setting 9. Although the race mode does make for some nice stationary revving. Overall, I'm really impressed with the quality and functionality of the WindBooster 4S throttle controller. If you're in the market for a throttle controller, I definitely recommend giving them a try. They're overall cheaper in price when compared to the competition and offer more modes and settings. The controller itself has a metal housing and feels light but solid. Also, they're functional in just about any modern car you can think of. When you visit the website and choose the product you want to buy, simply enter your car make, model, year, and engine/trim, and they'll ensure you receive the right connections for your car. At checkout, use code 952 for an additional 15% off on top of the discount they're currently offering. This will help me out as a creator so I can continue producing quality videos for you all. And that about wraps it up. And if you liked today's video, go ahead and drop it a like and leave a comment if this video helped you out or if you found it informative. Also, feel free to ask me any questions or concerns in the comments as well, and I'll be happy to help. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.